Anyway. Okay, back to what I was saying. So I was a lot slower and I think slightly more methodical back then, and I don't know, I guess ever since I've gotten more comfortable with talking to myself in a room, in a microphone, and posting it on the internet, I guess, I don't know, I'm just naturally constantly beginning, I guess, faster and more energetic as time goes by. Billy, the chickens that have been kidnapped by the crows are being held nearby. You must save the kidnapped chickens and return them to the world below. No problem, Chicken God, I'll do just right that. I'll do just right that. See, that's one of the things I'm talking about, okay? I talk too fast because I make errors in my English speaking, basically, all of the time, and far more often than I do when I'm naturally speaking in real life. So it bugs me that I constantly do that, and I come across as, I guess, really, really more energetic than I guess I really am on a daily basis. Like, if you met me and you talked to me, well, first of all, you'd realize that I'm a terrible person and that you hate me, but besides that, what you'll notice is that I'm actually much more dry and sarcastic and quippy, and I don't really speak unless I'm spoken to, so when I turn on the videos and I got my microphone on, I just start talking really fast and loud, because if I'm not, I feel like I'm failing you guys as a commentator, really. And this is pretty much as acceptable, as much of a thing to talk about as anything else, seeing as how, really, we're just gonna be saving chickens for like 10 to 15 minutes, so I should really just talk about whatever I want. Either way, let's see, what's over there? Okay, I've got 2 ways to go. We'll go this way. Anyway, I don't know. All Let's Players have a style, right? Like, some people are very analytical, and some people are very energetic, some are very smooth and monotone, and everyone's got their own thing, and I think their thing will naturally kind of show off the, I guess, their real personality, I guess. And I don't know if my commentary really does that entirely. I mean, I must be happy and energetic and, you know, quipping and all that sort of nonsense all the time, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. I naturally wouldn't do anything I don't feel comfortable doing. I mean, that would be stupid. Why would you do that? I mean, why would you build a fake persona? Unless you're a professional actor and that's your entire thing, then of course you're building a character, but I'm not building a character. What you're getting is me, and what I am, and who I am, and who I am. I don't know. I don't know who I am sometimes. It's really kind of strange. In most public situations, I am very quiet, and I try not to say much, because I don't like being in people's way, and I don't like getting in the way, or, you know, just stuff to that effect. But when I'm by myself, naturally, there's no real way I can get in anyone's way or bother anybody, because the only people listening right now are people who clicked on the video and very clearly want to be here. Even if you're here solely to make fun of me for some reason, which is totally cool, whatever. But I don't know, it's very strange. Sometimes I get into these weird existential crises. They happen a lot, and you don't see them often, but they happen, and they're weird. Sometimes, I don't know, I think everyone in a point in their life questions precisely who they are, and what they want to accomplish in life, and what they do, and who they really are deep down. And I don't know if I've entirely figured out who I am sometimes. But, I don't know, this is getting far more deep and introspective than I ever intended a video about saving chickens which should ever possibly be. But apparently it's what's happening. Which way did I come from? That way, okay. Anyway, I don't know. I think I might start doing a little more experimentation with my commentary, maybe? Maybe I'll try and, where do I want to go exactly? I don't know. I think I want to experiment with maybe being a bit slower and more methodical, just to see how things are and how people respond to that sort of thing, because I've never really experimented or tried anything new, and I don't want to be stagnant, I don't want to be boring, and I don't want, you know, to be the same old guy every single time, nothing different, nothing changes, you know? I mean, otherwise you guys are gonna get bored of me and just, you know, play and I'll leave. And of course, I don't want to change everything. I would never do that. I mean, I'm not gonna change who I am. I'm never going to do anything that I don't feel like is something I should be doing. So, you never have to worry about, you know, me becoming extraordinarily blue. Because I'm not. I mean, occasionally I'll say the occasional damn dang craps and all that nonsense when I'm really frustrated and everything, but, you know, I don't work blue. I try not to swear, I try not to make crass jokes, because that's not who I am. And that's never who I will be, so you'll never see that. But on occasion, I can get, as hard as it might be to believe, I can get very serious, and I do take things seriously. Occasionally, in my quasi-more serious series, like, let's say Chrono Trigger, for example, right? When serious things are happening, and I'm emotionally invested to the story, then I'll naturally shut up and take things seriously, because it's a serious moment, and I care about the characters, and I care about the story, so why would I be, you know, loud and talking over all of this very, you know, awesome and important dialogue and the like, obviously. But I feel like a lot of the games I play don't really lend themselves to my more analytical and serious side, which is, a side I guess I'd kind of like to feature more often. Because I guess there are really two sides of the same coin when it comes to somebody like me, I guess. I mean, there's my very happy, energetic self, you know. Let's all be crazy and talk about weird turtle kung fu bears and the like. You know, and I love being happy. Who doesn't like being happy? Terrible people, that's who. But that's besides the point. But there are times when I take things seriously, and I listen, and I analyze, and I don't know. And I feel like, I don't know if you guys ever have really truly seen that. And the problem with that is, I don't really have any idea what kind of game I could ever play for you guys that would actually do that, you know? Like, what on earth game could I let's play that I couldn't be all, you know, I guess a game that would force me to be more down to earth, I guess, is the question I'm trying to figure out. I'm never going to stop playing my bright and happy and silly games. I mean, obviously not, because they're so much fun, and I love being energetic and the like, but sometimes my throat hurts and I can't yell and talk at 50 words per second, and sometimes I like to think things out, and really, I don't know, I really don't even know what I'm saying, really. I'm just kind of off on this really weird tangent, and I'm just talking about whatever, because, again, you've seen me save chickens, okay? It takes forever, and I'm having trouble with this jump. Come on. Come on, Billy. Come on, Billy. Okay, Billy, you are the... Sometimes, Billy, you are the worst, I swear. Okay. Really, Billy? Okay. Okay, see, I'm getting frustrated, and I'm getting sucked back into the game. You know what's really strange? I just had this weird moment of self-awareness. Like, I just realized who I am and what I'm doing, and that I'm talking into a microphone, and I'm exist, and it was weird. I had this weird third wall moment. It was weird. Either way, I have now lost all of my eggs, so I'm forced to just stand here like an idiot. Okay. Waiting patiently for my eggs to return. How you doing, Mr. Rabbity Bird? I wonder what kind of bird this rabbit is crossed with. Is it a seagull? I mean, it doesn't have a bill. I feel like if it was crossed with a seagull, it would have a bill of some description. Really, Billy? How hard is it to make this one simple jump? It's not that big of a jump. I mean, really. We've made far more complex jumps in the past, and we will make more complex jumps in the future. If we're gonna get caught up on this one, we're gonna have a serious problem. Okay, trying again. Anyway, so yeah. In conclusion, I'm trying to, I guess, show off my other side. That's, I guess, more, serious and emotional. Because I do have emotions that are not happy and stuff, but obviously I don't want to be depressing, and I don't want to be angry. I like being a happy guy. But, you know, every human, whether they realize it or not, has layers. There are multiple layers to everybody on Earth. Nobody is just one thing. Nobody is just a stereotype of something. And even if they think they are, they aren't. Everyone has layers. Even the most uneducated, most, I guess, go with the flow, nonsensical kind of people, they have other sides. Other parts of them exist. And I feel like people need to learn to tap into those other sides of themselves in order to, I guess, really understand themselves, I guess, is... I don't even know if any of what I've been saying for the past 9 minutes has made any sort of sense whatsoever. I don't know, maybe it has. Anyway, that's just how I feel. That's what I would like to experiment with. But of course, do not worry, things will always be zany and happy and wonderful and gumdrops and lollipops and chickens and all sorts of stuff on my channel. Just, you know, every now and then I might try and find a game that I guess would be harder to be, I guess, this peppy about. I don't know, maybe a horror game of some description or a psychological thriller sort of thing. I remember when, like, Josh Jepson, he played Limbo, and that was, I mean, he's a funny guy, but he was able to, you know, do things differently, and he was able to show a different side of himself that you don't normally see. And I guess that's something I'd like to try and do at some point, but heaven help me, I'm having a hard time finding a game that does just that. I'm sure I'll find one eventually, of course, but still. Yeah, it's just, these are the things I think about. And, you know, this isn't even the first time I've become really, you know, retrospective. This isn't the first time I've spoken like this in a video. I've occasionally gotten really passionate and, you know, focused on something. It's happened. Like that one episode of Ape Escape that I remember. I really liked that episode. And I really liked my Ape Escape Let's Play. Not a lot of people watched it, but whatever. I liked it. I want to play the sequels at some point, but, you know, I don't own them. You know what? I might as well move on from one tangent to a completely different tangent. Here's something people have been asking me. Why haven't I played Parappa the Rappa 2 yet? Okay, here's the thing. I will totally play that game. I promise. It will totally happen. Do not worry. The thing is I do not own the game. I also do not have a job. Therefore, I have no money in which to buy games. So, it's going to be a while before I'm able to accumulate enough, you know, change in order to, you know, buy a used copy off of Amazon, which is basically where I always buy my games. So don't worry. If there's a game I've played and you really, really liked that series and you really, really want to see me play the sequel, I will. Sometimes I can't, sometimes I don't own the game and I have to buy it for you guys. Or sometimes, I guess the main thing is, like, I own all of the Ratchet & Clank games, all the Jak and Daxter games, all the Sly Cooper games, and stuff like that. And I own the other Paper Marios, all that good stuff. And I do want to play all of the sequels. I believe in spacing and variety in a channel. I feel like you guys should have, like, varied content. Like, I don't know, I play a lot of cartoony platformers and RPGs and the like, of course, but they're different. Every game, I guess every game is different. Every game has their own different style and uniqueness to them. And, you know, each one presents itself differently and lends itself to certain aspects and commentary sort of situations better than others, obviously. So, if I played multiple games in a row of the same series, not only would you guys get, I guess, burnt out from all of, you know, the exact same thing over and over and over again, I also would kind of get burnt out, and I would just be talking about the same themes and elements and aspects that make that game series good. Like, I love the stealth aspect of the Sly Cooper series, but if I played all 4 games in a row, I would run out of stuff to say, and I would probably get tired of the mechanics, and things would be a lot more difficult, you know? So that's basically what I'm getting at. So, I will play all of the sequels to all of the games I've played, but only when I feel like I'm able to present them in a way that is adequate. I guess that's something I've always feared. Like, I won't represent a game adequately enough, and I guess I won't convince anybody to play them themselves. Also, I think I might have missed a chicken and ended back up in the beginning of the level. That's unfortunate. But I'm still on kind of a tangent here, so I'm just gonna keep going. Basically, I hate the idea of, I guess, badly let's playing a game. Okay? Say whatever you want about my commentary. Maybe I'm annoying, maybe I'm stupid, maybe I just don't know what's going on and I'm blah, 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 I'm way over my head. Okay, fine. Whatever you think about me, that doesn't really matter, okay? You can think of whatever you want about me. But I'm playing games that I love and mean something to me, and I'm sure means something to other people too. I'm not the only person to play Billy Hatcher, and I'm sure I'm not the only person to enjoy Billy Hatcher. Okay? So, and there are people out there who haven't played it, obviously, so I like to try and figure this sort of thing out. Like, I'd like to play this game, show it off, and let people see, oh, this game looks pretty dang cool and everything. Maybe I will give it a shot. Maybe there's something to it that I never noticed, or I've just never heard of this game before. That happens a lot. That's what I always intend to do whenever I Let's Play something. I intend to convince people to play them themselves and enjoy themselves and experience the adventure for themselves, basically. So, that's my thing. That's what I try to do. And I try to convince people to play things that they haven't played, or replay things that they've played and enjoyed. You know, stuff like that. And of course, I naturally just play things that I have fun playing, all that good stuff and the like. Okay, that's the way to that place. I've already gotten all the chickens from that angle, so I think I missed something over here. In fact, I think I know exactly where it is. Like, I hope I've convinced, by blindly blundering my way through Parappa the Rappa for the first time ever, I hope I convinced other people to indulge in the zany wackiness of that series themselves and just have a grand old time for everyone involved, you know? That's what I try to do. Sometimes I fear that I don't succeed in that, and that always bugs me. Like, whether or not I'm funny or not, or I raise good points or not, I do not know. But I hope I've always represented a game faithfully, and I've conveyed just how much fun I have while playing it, and how much they mean to me, and that hopefully other people can play them, and maybe get something really important out of it themselves. That is what I'm trying to get at. This has been a very bizarre, introspective, and talkative episode, to be sure. I am missing a singular chicken. I will cut away, and when I come back, I will have found that last chicken, and we can wrap up this whole extraordinarily awkward and bizarre exchange that we've had between each other a bit more, I guess, normally. We'll go back to the way things were. See you then. Aha! There we go. Alright, I got so caught up in my own nonsense that I completely forgot about an alternate route you could take that leads you up to this little alcove that I think we started one of our missions in, if I remember correctly. Either way, this is where we shall find our very last chicken friend. And, things will go very well for everyone involved. There we go, okay. Come to me, my little friends. You have been saved. I have rescued you from the evil clutches of the evil chicken peoples. The evil chicken people? Oh, no, okay. Well, I'm sure the chickens are evil to the, to the crows, but no, they're definitely not evil. The chickens kidnapped the chickens. Yeah, that makes sense. Woo! Brain. Okay, so the question of the day is, can I get back to the beginning of the level again with one life? Let's find out! I cannot, and now I have to do the entire level all over again. Well, okay. You know what, this is fine. Okay, had I gotten that one chicken before I, got into my weird tangent and everything, if I had gotten that one chicken, I would have gone to that same area, and I should have been able to complete that level without any problem. But I screwed it up. But you basically saw all there was to see. I got all of the chickens, and I got back to where I needed to be to get the Emblem of Courage. I just didn't. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get that one off screen so you guys don't... So I don't have to record all, like 18 minutes of me fumbling around trying to find all the chickens again, just so you get 5 seconds of me grabbing the emblem. You've seen Billy grab the emblems. Nothing special happens. So, off screen, I'll get that emblem easy peasy, and in the next part, we go back to being full-on zany crazy awesome, and we begin our adventure as Rolly, Billy's girlfriend? Whoever she is, she's who we're playing as next time. See you then.